What is up, guys? It's Calamity Hatcher coming at you with a brand new podcast, episode 16. Here, as always, is my wonderful co-host.
I'm that guy, Gsif.
And it's been some time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been
16.
It's 16.
16.
It's 16. It's kind of mad.
Yeah.
We're racking up the numbers. Well, we're back to racking up the numbers because we're back. G, how have you been?
I've been good. A lot of stuff's been happening.
A lot of stuff has been happening. A lot of stuff in the world and the world of nerddom. We've had a World Cup since we
World
recorded.
Cup. That was pretty mad. It was coming home and then it stopped coming home.
It did. I told everyone it was never coming
Yeah.
home. Never ever coming home. But yeah, we're back to bring you lots of fiery conversations and hot topical nerdiness. Although on this podcast we're going to go a bit different. It's not going to necessarily be about the nerdy.
Yeah.
We're gonna dive into that in a minute. But first we're going to do a little plug here. Plug the phone charger in, as it were.
Yeah.
We want to give a shout out to Kult Eviction, very, very good friend of the channel, and his new single, Savage, featuring Emery.
I'm a savage. I'll break your heart and not care about the damage. I'll leave you hanging just to make you jealous. I don't wanna waste your time, but I gotta do what's right. I'm rushing around. I don't know which way is up, which way is down. I'm out of control. This pressure is rising and making me fall. There's no use in wasting tears for me. Oh, heaven knows that we could be together, but I don't think that we could last forever. 'Cause I don't want your problems, I got too many of them. I'm just trying to solve them on my own.
Definitely go and check this out. As you just heard, it's an absolutely incredible tune. It's on Spotify, it's on iTunes, it's on Amazon Music. Get a hold of it. This guy's seriously going places.
Yeah.
So impressed with this, so proud of him. It's amazing. So please check that out. Hopefully you might see that on a video or two coming up. But you're definitely going to hear about it for a while from me. There'll probably be a few plugs about it. So yeah, please check that out. It really, it does me a favor as well. If you want to help me out, helping my friends out, that gets me going. So yeah, please check it out on all platforms it's available on. And obviously I will leave links in the description. Part of the Box Sounds, Bass Gang, and know you love those guys. So yeah, please listen to it. All the links will be there, blah, blah, blah. I probably said that about 5 times now. I think that's a good enough plug.
Yeah.
So let's get into a section that I know you guys have missed. I have missed it.
I've missed it too.
G has been missing it. It's been a long time. But it's time for the news that will change your life. Well, it's been a while since we did news, and so much has happened in the world of nerddom. But we're going to focus. Well, not focus. This is light segments for you, but we're going to talk about these following points. So James Gunn was fired from Disney.
Yeah.
Due to some awful tweets he made, but they were 10 years ago, and they were known by Disney originally.
Yeah.
He had previously come out and spoken about them. And they still fired him anyway because of a group that goes out and finds things like this to get people discredited. I've kind of held off doing this on just an independent news kind of thing because it has been worthy of doing a video on, but I don't know where I sit on it because I feel so strongly against the things he tweeted.
Yeah, no, so do I. I've learned that the context of the things that were said were all meant in a joking way, but even so, like,
they weren't funny.
Yeah, the context of the jokes isn't funny, So.
Exactly. And he has been fired from Disney, fired from Guardians of the Galaxy 3, fired from his work on the cosmic stage of the MCU, which will be Phase 4.
Yeah. Wonder how much of it he had written down that they're gonna scrap.
Apparently they are going to scrap the whole script, but Dave Bautista has come out and said that he will do what he's contractually obliged to do, but he doesn't think it's Guardians of the Galaxy if they don't use his script. And I think he's actually come out since then said he won't do it if it's not James Gunn's script, doesn't he?
I'm not sure. I cannot confirm or
I think
deny
it
that.
might have been the case, but people have come out been very vocal about their support of James Gunn. Apparently, we found out today. Thank you to Comic Book Cast for kind of bringing this to my attention that Kevin Feige was apparently unaware that this had happened.
That is insane.
Upon happening and found out later.
That's insane.
So, you know, it's the source for a lot of debate at the moment across the world of nerddom. Leave your thoughts below. I'm not sure how active I'm going to be in commenting back on this because this is a very strange subject for me to kind of look into. I'm not sure how I feel about it at all.
Yeah.
But we'll move on to the next one. The Disney Fox deal is done.
Yeah.
With the final figure being $72 billion or was it $62 billion and either $10 billion or $20 billion worth of debt that Disney have acquired Fox for.
That is insane.
Still considered undervalued.
I mean, I kind of understand that. I guess, but...
And talk at the moment is that things have been moving forward so progressively as long as the government don't turn around and actively try and put a stop to it. And let's be honest, it's the Trump administration. That ain't going to happen. It's making money.
Yeah.
Things are looking like they actually might be wrapped up by the end of 2018, early 2019.
Okay.
People thought it was going for a lot longer, but...
Yeah.
So, we're getting them back, guys. We're getting our Fantastic Four and our X-Men where they belong.
Yeah.
And I, for one, am so excited. I can't wait.
Yeah.
See how they play it all in. Talking of superhero movies, we've got 3 trailers for 3 movies at Comic-Con. And dare I say, it perhaps looks like a return to form for for both of the studios involved.
It actually does.
So we have Sony coming at you with Venom in October.
Yeah.
Slightly more hopeful.
Yeah. We kind of initially thought this would be a terrible film, but as the trailers have progressed, we've seen a bit more that might say it's not going to be that terrible.
I'm still sitting on the side that it is. I just think Venom looks good.
Okay. I think when you see it unfold, you might be under the impression, okay, this film is salvageable because of how the character's been done.
Maybe.
It might be one of those.
But his dialogue so far has been terrible.
Yeah, I haven't liked it.
And the
actual voice, I do actually quite like.
Yeah, the voice is spot on, but it's just the dialogue itself seems terrible. And I don't have faith in it. It's Sony. I feel like I've probably seen the whole movie now from that trailer because that's what Sony do.
Yeah.
So yeah, on Venom still, but I we're gonna see it at midnight. We're gonna get a review up. So screw it. Hopefully it'll be good. He is one of my favorite villains. The next movie is Shazam, and that trailer really blew me away.
Actually, I was quite surprised. I didn't think that was the tone they were going to go for with that.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like it might be their attempt at Deadpool.
It reminds me, in a way, of Ant-Man.
In a way, yeah.
Like, just in how light-hearted it is. You don't expect it.
Yeah, I understand that, yeah. Yeah, I think it looks funny. It's DC. I've been burned too many times before. I'll see how it turns out. And I guess the same comes in for Aquaman. Looks pretty spectacular. Looks like they're trying to build a Lord of the Rings under the sea type deal. But again, it's DC. I don't know how much faith I have. James Wan is a very talented director.
Yeah.
So it could go well. I am excited for both of them. I think it's actually good to be excited for a DC film again.
Yeah.
But, as I said, been burnt many times by them, so we'll have to see how it turns out.
Yeah.
And then Smash Bros. Direct came out. Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct kind of feed or whatever.
Yeah.
And we got Simon Belmont and Richter Belmont from the Transylvania series.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Samus, King K. Rool, and Crom from the... Oh my god, what the hell is the name of it? Fire Emblem. Crom coming from Fire Emblem as an Echo Fighter, along with Dark Samus being an Echo Fighter. Yeah. Simon Belmont is an original character where Richter Belmont will be his Echo, and King K. Rool obviously from Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
There was a lot of disappointment that I saw on my newsfeed after this came out. Everyone saying, where the hell was Shadow? Why was Shadow not announced? And the same with Waluigi.
Yeah.
I think they're coming. They said in the actual stream that all the characters will be announced before the game releases, and there are plenty more to come. There is like over 800 music tracks, over 100 stages. Knuckles is a confirmed assist trophy. Zero is a confirmed assist trophy.
Yeah.
Really excited about that. Alone and Executor has been added as a new Pokemon, and like people can use his kind of long neck as like something to grab on and jump off and that kind
Yeah.
of thing. I'm very excited. I don't own a Nintendo Switch, but God knows I'm getting one soon.
Yeah, fair.
There's enough titles for me there now. Pokemon Let's Go and this alone are enough to get me. So I'm going in. That's it. Getting me a Switch.
Yeah.
Getting me a goddamn Switch. But that is the news that will change your life. Thank you for checking in with us this... I can't even say this week, can I really? It's more like this time.
Yeah.
This episode. Thank you for checking in. But we're going to do something a bit different today. Something we haven't done on here, but something we have discussed doing on a previous podcast. And we ring true. The Premier League is going to start in how many days, G?
I believe it's 2 days. We are 2 days away.
2 days away. So by the time this is up, Friday, if everything goes according to plan...
The first games will be happening later that day.
Yeah. So, exciting stuff.
Yeah.
We're in it. It's happening. So... G, you're going to take the lead on this one.
I'm going to... For anyone that doesn't know, Man City won the Premier League, 100 points. That was quite impressive.
Yeah.
That hasn't been done before. They kind of ran away with it, really. United came second, 9 points. Sorry, 11 points. No, 19, sorry. Quite a big drop-off in first place. You've got Tottenham coming in next, Liverpool, they're the ones getting all the Champions League football going. We've got Chelsea in fifth, obviously Europa League, same with Arsenal, who came in sixth, and Burnley as a surprise in seventh, no one expected that.
Yeah.
That was a bit of a weird, I would have expected someone like Everton to sneak in there, really.
We should
Maybe
be
West Ham.
expecting these now. I mean, look at Leicester.
Yeah, that is
The
true.
underdog
That is
story
true.
rings true, and it's gonna repeat, hopefully.
Yeah, they had a bit of a freak season though.
They really did.
I'm
It
not
was
gonna
very
lie.
strange.
They ran on Jamie Vardy's goal streak. Relegated teams from the Premier League. Swansea, Stoke, and West Brom both did. All three of them did really quite poorly, actually.
Okay.
Wasn't impressed with any of them. We got Wolves, Cardiff, and Fulham bringing it up from the Championship.
Okay.
I think they've all been in Premier League before, so no one new coming up, but should be interesting. We'll talk about a little bit of the quality here. If you look at, obviously, if you cut Man City out of it and you look at United down to Arsenal, so that's second to sixth place, there's not too much of a point difference between each team that is next to each other. But if you look at Arsenal's down to Burnley's, there's a whole 9-point drop.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like a lot, but it actually says a lot when you look at their goal difference. Like, for instance, Man City finished 79 goals positive,
Jesus.
which is ridiculous. Arsenal finished 23 goals. That's kind of okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Mid sort of table a couple of years ago. That's what you'd expect. And Burnley actually finished -3. The highest placed team to score negative goals.
Okay, fair play.
Which is quite. I just think it's interesting how teams that obviously every few years it goes from a top 4 to top 6, depending on how close it gets. But you always sort of have Man City, Man United, Tottenham, Liverpool, Chelsea, and Arsenal in that mix somewhere.
Yeah.
They're all interchanging.
Yeah, exactly.
And Burnley, they need to go a very long way before they can actually compete with any of the others above them. But don't get me wrong, they did do incredibly well this season for their team.
Well, certainly better than we did. Even though we came above them.
Burnley actually probably really overperformed, whereas I think Liverpool, Chelsea, and Arsenal actually really underperformed.
Yeah.
Not tremendously, but it was definitely not the season that they all hoped for.
I agree. I mean, as a Chelsea fan, I really felt like we suffered last season, but that seems to be the way with the Chelsea job.
Yeah.
You get a manager who comes in, he wins it.
Yeah.
Next season, he wants his freedom to do his thing. Abramovich doesn't like it, and he's out.
Yeah, I get that. See, I feel like with a lot of the top teams, they're kind of used to that. There's managerial changes. They're flirting in and out of the top four.
Yeah, that's true.
When it comes to teams like United and Arsenal, they're not used to that. They're the type of teams that have a manager for a very long time. They have stability in their job, so it doesn't matter where they finish in the table as long as they're roughly hitting their marks.
Yeah, that's very true.
So it's very interesting to see Arsenal implode a little bit this season. As a fan of them.
I think Chelsea and Arsenal are both in very similar
Yeah.
situations this season, where it is someone that's come out of nowhere to take on this team. I believe a lot of changes are being made at Arsenal, aren't they? A lot of people are phased out. I'm not too sure what's happening with Chelsea. We haven't bought that many people, I don't think.
I'm not sure if you have, but to be honest, I don't particularly think the Chelsea squad needs to buy add
No, it
players.
just needs to work. They've got the players.
I think that's the main problem with Chelsea and Arsenal. They have quality players that they just can't find a system that works to fit everyone in.
Yeah, I completely get
And
that.
if they do, it's like it'll work in attack but not in defence, or vice versa. I think we'll move on from that. I mentioned earlier about Man City reaching 100 points. That's obviously the best anyone's ever done in the Premier League era.
Yep.
Well done to them. How do you think that would compare with the Arsenal Invincible squad of 2003-04? Because although Man City scored a higher amount of points, the actual Arsenal Invincible squad went completely unbeaten, which Man City couldn't do.
That's very true.
They lost 2 games.
And I think that's a more impressive feat, because you can win a season by having a few losses and a few draws. In terms of actual what the Invincible squad did, I think that's a much more renowned thing. Like that'll always be all right. Look, you ain't got no silver, but you got that.
Yeah.
Like you'll always have that under your belt.
I think the last time an English team went undefeated was actually 18 something. 1889 or something like that. I think it was Preston North End. But back then there was only about 28 games in a season or something. So
see, I think the other thing is as well, it's kind of cheap for me to say this as a Chelsea fan, but ever since Man City were bought out,
no,
they've been up there.
No,
and they weren't before.
No, I completely get that.
Regardless of what people say about Chelsea and Roman Abramovich, they were a title contending team before he came in.
You get teams like, for instance, like back in day, it was always United and Liverpool were the 2 powerhouses. They were the ones winning the titles, and anyone else, you'd get close and you'd maybe get a chance, but you weren't likely to win it. You had teams like Arsenal, Tottenham, Chelsea, I think Everton and stuff that would always even in the 90s, like you'd have like Blackburn and Newcastle, teams that would flirt in the top, but they'd never quite like cement their place as a top team, and then they drop down again. And it's teams like Man City, they may have got there once, but then they drop down again a lot, and they never really regained that until they got their money. So it does feel a bit cheap that their club has just got oil money to just fund whoever they want to buy.
Exactly. And I think it's one of those things now where it's like it's almost an expectation for City to win.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, who's your top pick if they don't win?
Yeah. It's like who's the underdog you want to win out of the rest of the top 6?
Yeah. It's interesting. It's interesting to see kind of how it's gonna play out next year. Will it be the same kind of scenario?
Yeah, I wonder if it will, because as far as I'm aware, Liverpool have added quite a few players. I think Man United haven't done too much actually, but they've got stuff that they want to do. But obviously with the transfer window, I think it ends tomorrow actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it might even be tonight. I'm not sure, but
that's the other thing though. United.
Yeah.
I've got some good feelings about United.
Yeah, I mean Lukaku went on quite a good run. He how many was it that he scored? 16 goals.
Jesus.
That's not it's not top tier, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, like it's not bad at all.
Yeah, exactly. I think he even assisted. I think it was 8 or 9 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it was 10 actually.
Okay.
Yeah, so he did put in a shift, helping others score as well. So.
Yeah, Lukaku's a very talented player.
Yeah.
I still can't understand why we got rid of him.
Yeah, no, I completely get that. It's about that as well. Lukaku getting the assists. You think with Harry Kane being the second highest top scorer in the league at 30 goals. You think he'd have quite a lot of assists. I believe he only actually had 2.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it's quite interesting to think that.
Fair play. I think eventually, I think it'll probably be this season or the next season, failing that, is going to be the year when Mourinho really slips into that role of manager of United, because he is one of the only people would really think of to replace Sir Alex Ferguson as like that foundation. And he was always meant to be that at Chelsea, but he was cut short by Abramovich.
Yeah, there was just troubles in the club.
And I think that's what he is at United. He's going to be that their next legend of a manager. So I think, how many years has he been there now? Would this be his third, fourth?
I don't know. I can't exactly remember. I think it's third.
Coming into his stride with it.
Yeah, it might be the start of his fourth now, actually. I'm not sure.
I would say the United team is one to watch this year.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
100%.
Tottenham are always, as much as I hate to admit it as an Arsenal fan, Tottenham, they actually have a really good system and a good manager. It's just they don't believe. It's almost like the Arsenal players of a few years ago. Like when Walcott, Sanchez was still there. It's like there's only a couple of players there that believed that they could win trophies.
Yeah,
and the rest of them sort of went, oh, they believe it. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like kind of both Liverpool and Tottenham kind of suffer from that.
I get that. Have you seen how Tottenham's new stadium looks like a toilet seat?
Yeah, I have. It's fantastic.
Can we just in unison for our clubs? Just 1, 2, 3. We hate Tottenham. Straight up.
Yeah.
Hate Tottenham.
Back to topic.
Hey, hating Tottenham's the best topic.
Yeah, it is. No, but back to topic. We'll have a quick talk about the relegated teams. So we got Swansea, Stoke, and West Brom. Swansea and Stoke both finished on 33 points, and West Brom were 2 points behind them on 31. West Brom fought valiantly because they were doing really poorly. So I knew they were going down, but it's a case of when you know you're going down, you've got nothing to lose, so you just go every game full pelt.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether you think you can win or not. And sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. This time it didn't, but it was close enough. They're all in negative goals, actually. Not surprisingly, all above 25.
It's going to be nice to see Fulham come up.
Yeah, it is actually. If we're going to talk about them, we got Wolves, Cardiff, and Fulham that are getting promoted. It's interesting here, yeah, because if you look at obviously Man City, they had a fantastic season. So if you cut them out of the top of the Premier League, compare their points. I know they have more games, but compare their points to everyone. That all like Wolves on 99, Cardiff on 90, and Fulham on 88. They've beaten second place Man City. On points. Obviously, it's a different league, so the quality is different. But I expect all three of them to stay up and do quite well. I'm not going to lie. Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see, and it'll definitely be interesting to see who goes down next year as well.
I think it was it Burnley that came up this season as well? Last season, sorry.
Potentially.
I think they came up, and to finish 7th, like I'd expect Wolves or Cardiff or Fulham, one of them to at least, all of them should at least be avoiding relegation comfortably.
Yeah, I would have said so.
I'd expect. I mean, you might have a couple of slip-ups here and there, but I expect all of them to be solid mid-table, reaching for the Europa League spots.
Yeah, I agree. And you often find a lot of fight in the underdog teams.
Yeah.
Again, as we saw with Leicester.
Yeah, exactly. They only came up a couple of seasons ago as well, didn't they?
Yeah, and they just really fought for it.
Yeah, I think they have oil money though as well now.
What a surprise! Yeah, everyone's got friggin' oil money.
Yeah, shame it ain't working out for QPR.
Yeah, poor QPR. You poor souls.
Yeah, I think we'll probably wrap this up because I don't think there's many people that will want to listen to this too long, But we've got our top 7 predictions. Who do you think's gonna finish where?
Okay. Now you clearly stated to me before we came into this that I'm not allowed to put Chelsea at the top.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to put Arsenal at the top. Number 1, I don't believe Arsenal could finish top this season. I don't think it's possible. Number 2, it's just I think it's fairer if you give someone else a chance rather than your own team.
Are we going to count out City then?
Yeah, we're going to count out City because they're odds-on favourites. They've added to their squad. They haven't taken away too many key pieces.
Yeah.
I believe with Guardiola, anyone could become amazing as a player under him.
Yeah, definitely.
Even if it's only temporarily while they're playing under him. You know what I mean? If you play under him long enough, then you retain all that information anyway. You pass that on to your new teammates when you move.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I think they're odds-on favourites to win anyway. But if you could pick anyone else,
United.
yeah, I most likely would say the same. However, I'm actually going to go with Liverpool just because I think they have added a couple of places where they need to. I don't think they needed to add too many players, to be honest, in general.
Yeah.
I think they all they really needed to do was work on their actual team play.
Yeah, that's very true.
Because they were really deadly in attack, but they looked a bit shaky in defence, and I think that was what caught them out. Because they conceded 38 goals. So although they scored 84, it was a case of usually they'd have to keep scoring to maintain their
I get what you mean. Yeah.
maintain their lead because the other team would counter and score. So they'd have to break and get another one back. But I think if they work on that, then yeah, I'd definitely give them a shout.
Yeah, I think Mourinho could definitely be the glue that holds them all together. For second place, I am going to go Chelsea, and it's funny enough the reason I was going to kind of go with them for first isn't because I'm a Chelsea fan. That's what I want to happen.
Yeah.
But there does seem to be this trend at Chelsea at the moment where get a new manager in, comes in, he wins you the league, or he wins you some form of trophy somewhere.
Yeah.
Like maybe we'll get the Europa or something.
Yeah.
And then next season we'll be underperforming by halfway through the season. He'll be booted out and he'll be replaced by someone. That person will drag him into a slow finish, and then the cycle repeats itself. And this always seems to be the way. So I'm going to put Chelsea as second.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'd probably pick City as second, actually. I think with their solid season they had, I think they might suffer from fatigue in the same way the Invincibles suffered fatigue.
Yeah.
You can't run on full pelt for that long, you know what I mean? And maintain your integrity
and for that exact reason I'm going to put them third on mine.
Okay, yeah, fair. No, that's fair enough. I would have said Chelsea probably ended up third, edging out Liverpool.
Yeah.
In fourth, which they actually finished fourth last season. But I already said them for first, so I'd probably have to say I'd want Arsenal to finish fourth at the least.
Yeah.
I don't think we could finish above, and I think 4 is actually going to be a push.
Fourth is where I was going to put Arsenal as well.
It's under Wenger, they were known as like the fourth minimum, you know, until the last 2 years when they finished 5th and 6th.
Yeah. But it's going to be interesting to see how things play out now. Brand new manager.
We've got new, not new backroom staff. The main shareholder is buying out the Arsenal Supporters Trust and the other part owner, Alisher Usmanov, which is like a Russian businessman. And it's just going to be interesting because this guy, he's basically the guy that is buying him out, Kroenke. He owns a load of like NFL football teams.
Okay.
And all of his teams, they're known as being decent, but like
mid-tier.
Yeah, mid-tier. So like they can push, but they're not going to win anything. And he's content with them just making money.
You're due to come back to the glory days, though.
Yeah, I don't think it'll happen for another 20 years. I'm not going to lie. I think we're going to be stuck at our 4th place for a while, flirting with the top, but not being able to get past.
Potentially. I'd put you for 4th.
I just don't have faith that the owner, Stan Kroenke, will actually invest in the club properly in order to, like I said, he'll be content with just making money, not pushing for titles.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think about 5th?
5th, I'm going to put Tottenham.
Yeah.
They always end up surprising me with how far they get.
Yeah.
And generally, they do seem to just have it over Liverpool. So yeah, I'll put Tottenham as my 5th. What about you?
Yeah, I'll probably agree with that.
Liverpool 6th.
Yeah.
And then for my 7th, I'm going to put one of the teams that have just come up.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm going to say either Wolves or Fulham.
Yeah, okay, yeah, fair.
I'd like to see a London club return there as a Londoner.
Okay, who haven't I said? Have I not said United? I don't think I said United.
So you're putting United on the...
I would have done United as 5th, just because I think they haven't added to their squad, and although they have quality players, I feel like they might have one of the season. You know, Chelsea season a couple of years ago.
Yeah, which one?
the one where Mourinho was sacked.
Oh yes, I remember that.
Yeah, I feel like they might have a season similar to that, but he won't get sacked. But they'll have a lot of players will be sold and
Yeah, shake up the team a bit.
yeah. I think he's going to find out which players are actually committed to him this season.
Yeah, let's hope he doesn't have a mutiny like he did at
Yeah,
Chelsea, because
yeah.
that was absolutely ridiculous, and it was the players that did that.
Yeah, it was quite mad actually. I would have said for 7th, like you, I probably would have gone for one of the promoted teams. I was actually thinking Wolves could have the potential to do it. However, I feel like Everton underperformed, and I feel like they could do more. With who they have, so I think they could also reach 7th. So I'll give that as a tie.
Okay, fair play. Well, it all kicks off in 2 days. We're going to find out.
Yeah. Who's Chelsea's first game?
I am not sure.
Hmm.
I know I saw something the other day. Might have been to do with Tottenham.
Yeah, fair.
I don't know if the first game is Tottenham.
Actually, I think that sounds right.
What, Chelsea-Tottenham?
Yeah, it might not be, but that sounds right. Yeah.
Let us know in the comments if you know.
Yeah.
God, we should do our research. But to be fair,
Yeah.
I may take a picture of this and put it up at the end of this video. G has made a fantastic display of all of the info for this. And normally I just scribble some shit down on a bit of paper. But this man has prepared a document.
Yeah, I wanted to have enough info to make an informed decision.
Yeah, and
stuff.
round of applause for G, because this is incredible. But yeah, I mean, do you want to wrap it up?
Yeah.
Wrap it up there?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's been our Premier League predictions.
Yeah.
Let us know who you support and who you want to win in the comments.
Unless you're Tottenham.
Unless you're Tottenham, we don't want to hear from you because you're shit. But no, let's get a bit of a fan war going. Let's have people complaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't normally do sports. We do the nerdy, but I'm quite glad we've done this because this is.
I just remembered something. I scratched what I said about 7th place. West Ham.
Fuck West Ham. No,
I think they've got it. They got Wilshere. I've got to support them a little bit now.
Frank Lampard and all that. I suppose I do as well.
You know what I mean? Like,
all right, yeah, we're giving some hope for West Ham out there, but you know, Chelsea till I die.
Yeah.
Arsenal till whatever. But yeah, that's been the podcast. It's been great to be back, do another one with you guys. Yeah, if you wanna chat to us about your predictions, your favourite teams, that kind of thing, just let us know in the comments and we'll get right down to it.
Yeah.
I have been your host, Calamity Hatcher, joined with my wonderful co-host.
That guy Gisif, thank you very much.
Thank you for checking this out. Content comes every Monday, Wednesday and Friday on the channel now. So check in, find something you might like. There's a lot of nerdiness, a lot of gaming, a lot of all sorts. Spin dash that like button on this video. Hit the subscribe button if you're not a part of the Calamity Core to join. We're such a lovely family.
That was me hitting the subscribe button.
That was him hitting the subscribe button. Come join the family. Come talk to us. I've really been enjoying engaging with the comments from people recently. So please do get in touch. Let us know what you're thinking about the Premier League. Another shout out to Kult Eviction before we leave.
Yeah.
Please go and check out Savage featuring Emery. It is absolutely incredible. Really moody vibes to it.
Yeah, he's got some big things coming.
He really does. Love him to pieces, and it really means the world to both of us if you could support him as well.
Yeah.
But until then, keep it classy.
Yeah.
Because that's what it takes to be infinite. And we'll see you guys soon.
I'm a savage. I'll break your heart and not care about the damage. I'll leave you hanging just to make you jealous. I don't wanna waste your time, but I gotta do what's right. I'm rushing around. I don't know which way is up, which way is down. I'm out of control. This pressure is rising and making me fall. There's no use in wasting tears for me. Oh, heaven knows that we could be together. monster that I have become. I tried to explain how to do it for fun. But you fell in love. You gave me your heart and you gave me your trust. I said that I loved you, I'm calling my bluff. I didn't wanna be like that. I said it wouldn't be like that, but I knew it'd be like that. But you're around.